I know we want to go over your life story as part of this, and then I wanted to brainstorm with you how we spend some of the other time.
Okay.
Phil Phails for you. One thing I thought could influence our discussion was a clip that I made of Jamie. You know Jamie Fugari? She's the one that referred me to you.
Yeah.
A clip I made from our talk. It didn't go viral, but it's gotten a lot more views than any of my other clips.
Not right now, but at the end or whatever. Remind me, I'm a space cadet, and so I don't even know how to like find your stuff.
Okay. I'll definitely, I'll text you all that.
Yeah. You probably already did, but if you'll do it again, it'd be great.
But yes, I will. But of one that I did.
I was talking about this and somebody was like, oh, cool. Like, tell me. And I was like, I actually don't know. And I should know. So yeah.
Yeah.
Because I want to help. I would love to be a part of helping spread your story because I think it's cool.
Heck yeah.
And I want to be a part of that. So
yeah, dude. Definitely appreciate that. But one of the short clips I made, which wasn't about narcissism. We did Phil Phails at narcissism.
Yeah.
But in our opening talk, we were just kind of talking about diets and how we were messing around individually with nutrition and how we felt about health. And that clip titled "Why I'm Going Keto, Gluten Free." She was where is it? Anyway, it's gotten one of the most views of any of mine for the year I've done this. Like, got 1,200 views in a very short amount of time. So I thought,
on what platform? Just out of curiosity.
On YouTube.
Okay.
Everything starts out on YouTube, and then I take whatever is exciting on YouTube. Well, the only thing that leaves YouTube really is the shorts.
Okay.
I mean, actually, that's not true. It's on YouTube. It's on Spotify. It's on Apple Podcasts, but I don't really check the metrics on any of those other ones because I don't know, they're a lot less.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I mean, people just don't.
Yeah.
People aren't listening to things as much at least. So I thought, how do we harvest from that a discussion in order to like kind of meet what seems to be a niche?
What people like. Okay, so y'all were talking, So
she talked about a FODMAP diet.
Okay.
We talked about how I was doing keto. We talked about, let me see if I can find it so I can just read the description.
Yeah.
And I thought maybe we could come up with something about gut health. Maybe people are interested in gut health. Yeah. You're a gut specialist. Yeah. It seems to be in alignment. I think she was talking about healing her gut. Let me try to find this.
Yeah, I could talk for like days about gut stuff.
I think you could probably talk for days about anything.
That's probably true. So I was in Boulder not this weekend, the last weekend, which I just love. Have you been to Boulder? Do you know Boulder?
Yeah, I've been to Boulder.
Yeah, I love Boulder. And we had a tarot reader come. So I went with these girls from college, and we always do like a psychic medium or tarot reader, or like something in that realm. And I like sat down for my turn. I think I'm like, and she's like, what did she? She's like, you have fire energy, and she's like, and you're communicative or something like.
You've got fire energy and you're communicative. And she was real diplomatic with that part.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Communicative.
And like everybody laughed and they're like, yeah, that girl can talk for days. And I was like, wow. I'm like, yeah, actually I don't mind. It's fine.
So, anyway, we could do that. We could talk about gut. Okay. What I think we could try, talk about gut stuff. And what I'm wondering is, I wonder if we could let's brainstorm gut stuff talks. I wonder if we could do a list. I wonder about lists. For some reason, I think these people like lists.
Okay.
I wonder if there's like 5 things people could do today to improve their gut health. Would that be a list? So what would be 5 things?
Let me like spitball when I think of gut, and then maybe we can figure out a list from this. Right? When I think of gut in general, like my first thing, and again, this is just where my brain goes. So I can narrow this down. This is me just thinking out loud.
Yeah.
So if I could do a GI map on every single client, I would. Right? It just gives me such a big insight to that. So that's my first thought, and just kind of like talking about some of that is one of the things I think of. The other thing I think of is well, what God, these are separate things, but like fiber is one thing I think of that people think of as being like helping them be regular, but there's so much more to fiber and like how it protects your gut. And so that's another thing I think of. Another thing I think of is like how the gut is the second brain. And so it influences so many things. Like people think of gut health, they think of like, gas and bloating and, like your bowel movements, but really it impacts your like skin and your mood and, and like brain fog and then like your brain. I mean, there's so many layers if your gut's imbalanced. And then, people can't burn fat and all of that. So that's another thing I think of is just like how powerful the gut is that people don't know.
The gut impacts your ability to burn fat?
Yes, because of how like well you're absorbing nutrients or not.
Is it equal to like insulin in the blood? Because I heard that if there's insulin in the blood, then your body's going to store fat versus burn it. Is it similar to that?
No, although there's a piece of that in that mix. But no, I think of it more in terms of if your gut is imbalanced or inflamed or a number of things, right? You have parasites or whatever, then you aren't going to be able to absorb your nutrients as well. So then the processes in your body aren't working as efficiently, like everything, right? You're not building muscle as well. You're not like your metabolism isn't working as quickly. And so your body is then protecting itself. It's like, okay, we don't have everything we need for our, liver to work as well and whatever. So it's not going to like decide to burn fat because it wants to protect itself and it wants to be, as efficient as possible.
So the things I've got now are GI map being really helpful, fiber and a discussion about fiber, second brain and how it relates to food and fat burning and a lot of different things. So skin, fat burning.
But also a list could be too. So you're right. Like if we think about like, and I'd like to think about this a little bit but we think about like top 5 foods for the gut. Let's just say
foods for the gut.
Let's just say fiber, probiotics, prebiotics. Those 3. I'm sure there's more. I'm just like running through my brain here. Polyphenols.
One more.
I know. I'm digging in there. Water.
Water. Yeah. That's probably, that's 5.
Yeah.
Foods for the gut. That's a list. What else? ACE. What else are gut related list things?
Oh, okay. So here's another thing that I think about that potentially we could work into a list. I think of like all the gut things that I got to form this thoughtfully here. All the reasons what I would say, we need to check your gut health. So,
indicators of
gut imbalance.
Okay.
Yes. Thank you. I needed another brain in that mix. Okay. So obvious ones are going to be like gas and bloating. Obviously not always, but diarrhea or constipation. And I already named these, but I think I like this title for it. I think of brain fog.
Hold on. The first one was gas and bloating. The second one was diarrhea.
And or constipation.
Constipation.
And I would say and or because those can alternate.
Brain fog.
And this is going to be more than 5. Skin issues. Depression. And or anxiety. And then the last thing, if you are finding you're sensitive to a lot of foods and you end up cutting out a lot of foods.
Food sensitivity.
Ooh, I've got one more.
Okay.
Actually, feeling like overly full without a lot of food. Like you're don't have room for a normal amount of food.
Okay. So I think what we'll do is, I like it. We've got a couple lists.
Yeah.
And I think that gives us a lot of stuff to discuss.
And I like kind of those last 2. I feel like are good, like I mean, whatever. I mean, because a lot of the other stuff I could work into those lists, I feel like.
Right. The GI map, the fiber, the second brain. Yeah, you can work those
all those would work into those lists. I think
we could do 2 lists. And I think today we could just do Phil Phails at Gut Health.
Yeah.
Or is there another way to say gut health?
I mean, I kind of like that.
Gut feelings. Phil Phails at Gut Health is fine.
Yeah. Gut balance. Either one. Yeah.
Do you have a preference of gut health or gut balance?
I don't.
Gut health might be just a smaller word when it comes to doing all the graphics.
Yeah, fair. I totally get
it. All right, Phil Phails at Gut Health. We'll do a couple lists, and then we can just talk about, the gut.
Yeah.
Expand on our previous conversation about the gut. We can talk a little bit about where I am in my fitness journey and get any feedback from you. I could tell you about where I fit in some of these as a separate one. Like, what are my indicators? What's going on with me? Am I eating these foods?
Yeah.
Because I've been taking these pills, these probiotic pills, and then someone else gave me this like gut. I can go grab them in a second and like look at them. Because one thing I want to discuss is like, what is actually good for your gut versus what is a fad and is BS? Like a cleanse, like these like cleanses.
Ooh, yeah.
You know what I mean? Like these like master cleanse. I mean, they're all over the place.
Yeah.
All these things that are designed to like fix your gut and help your gut. Does it work? Should people do them?
Yeah. Well, I'll say for a number of reasons, and I'll obviously say this on camera, but like I probably...
We're on camera right now.
No, I'm just saying, I probably won't speak like super poorly about
anything.
Yeah. Because who am I?
Something could work for somebody.
Yeah, it could work. And so I'm not going to say like something doesn't work. However, do I think it's an over cleanse of a world? Yeah. Like, do I think people jump to that? Or I think some of them actually wreck your gut microbiome, I think.
Yeah.
They might clean out, like, who knows? Somebody did one the other day who was like, I felt like I had all these like tar and worms and everything that came out and whatever. And you're like, it's interesting. And I'm not saying that they didn't clean out things they didn't need in there, but I also wonder like of the like herbs they were drinking, how much was that like the herbs like congealing and just coming out? Like, how do you know? Like, whatever.
Yeah.
And I can't help but think like some of these people selling these cleanses, are they giving you these herb mixtures that like maybe they look like worms when they come out? This day and age, you never know, right?
Yeah, I agree. So we can talk about that a little bit, like strategies or things on the market that aren't necessary, that are like quick fixes, as opposed to like, hey, I'm gonna change my lifestyle to fix your gut, which is what I think.
One of the things that I could say is like, there's a lot out there that I don't know that I would lend somebody to, but I do have a cleanse or a detox that I take my clients through that I have done a lot of research on and that I like.
We can talk about that.
Better than, better than a lot of the other, there's so many out there, and I think there's not a lot of science behind a lot of them. Do a lot of them make people feel better? Sure.
So we could talk about your detox.
Yeah.
Like the protocol you put people through. That'd be dope. All right. Anything else? I think that gives us plenty.
I think that's a lot. And honestly, we'll have to cut back on all of that because we could talk about all those things.
I know you could forever. We'll be here till tomorrow. So I'm going to cut us short because I want to make sure we talk about your life story at least like 45 minutes or so.
Yeah.
So we'll have about an hour.
You just lead me and shut me down or whatever.
It'll be hard to shut you down. I don't like shutting people down.
You ring lead.
I'll reel you in.
There we go. I like that better. Are those drumsticks?
Yeah, a bunch of them. You got a drummer in your life?
No, I bought somebody drums once. I never used them, but I'm more of a bongo girl.
I'm not a drummer. I got some bongos.
Yeah, I'm more of a. I love percussion. I could. I've just never taken time to like learn a lot of technique, but I think it's cool.
I should really donate these to the Buy Nothing group. I don't have a drum. I don't ever use these. They sit there.
But I love the idea of drumsticks, and I love the cool techniques. I've had somebody show me techniques before, and I think it's fascinating. It's cool.
The paradiddles. Like, yeah. Okay. Anything else we need to talk about before we start?
No.
All right. Let me just get your thing again. So, okay, these two. Boop. All right, let's clap.
Okay.
Ready? That's good. That's good. Welcome to Phil Phails. My name is Philip Jones, and today I have returning guest Ashley Eaves, RDN CPT. She's a functional nutritionist, registered dietitian, personal trainer, and gut specialist.
Woo.